This is Warhawk Beyond 2040, and welcome to another edition of the Progressive Rock and Metal Album Review Series. And today I'm going to be taking a look at another 2023 release, this time from one of the most legendary and iconic bands from the progressive rock genre, who are still going very strong to this day as we speak, 50 plus years later. And quite frankly, this is a band that needs no introduction whatsoever. I am talking about, of course, the one and only legendary British progressive rock band Yes, and this is their latest recording for Inside Out Music, Mirror to the Sky. So, Mirror to the Sky is the first album since 2021's The Quest by Yes. So, already almost 2 years later, we're getting a new Yes album from this legendary band. And, lots of people have very mixed feelings about the current Yes. Should they continue? Should they not? For me, at the end of the day, as long as we've got a form of Yes and they're continuing to make music, I don't mind. Obviously, we would all like to have the iconic members, but for me, I like the idea that we still have a lineup of Yes out there touring, playing live, and making new music. So I'm not complaining. And I've always had a lot of respect for Yes. They've always continued, even when things looked very dire. They always persevere, even with the constant lineup changes that they've had over their 50 plus year career as a band. But to their credit, Yes, soldier on and always deliver when, at times they've been accused of not delivering. So this is the first Yes album since legendary member Alan White, who played drums for Yes pretty much since he joined the band. And, we sadly lost Alan White back in 2022. So Jay Schellen, who had been a touring live member for Yes, is now a full-time member of the band, and the current lineup of Yes is guitarist Steve Howe, singer Jon Davison from Glass Hammer, bassist and backing vocalist Billy Sherwood, keyboardist Geoff Downes, and as I mentioned already, the newest member, drummer Jay Schellen. So, Mirror to the Sky is a double album and it's produced by Steve Howe. And I can honestly say that Mirror to the Sky is a much more stronger album than The Quest. I'm not saying that The Quest was a bad album, it was a decent album, but it wasn't a classic Yes album. Now, with Mirror to the Sky, on the other hand, is it a good album? Absolutely. Is it a classic Yes album? Probably not, but it's still an enjoyable album. It's probably one of their better efforts. And in terms of production, this is a great sounding album. Steve Howe has done an amazing job with the producing duties, and these guys sound absolutely incredible. The music is well written. Everything about this album is just top notch and very, very slick. So, mega props and kudos to Steve Howe for doing an amazing job with the production. So, let us have a look, shall we? So, there you have the current lineup of Yes, and as you can see, it is indeed a double album. Gorgeous artwork from Roger Dean, as always. So there they are. They're the guys. There is the lyrics. So majority of the music is written and composed by Jon Davison, Billy Sherwood, and Steve Howe. So, and a few contributions from Geoff Downes as well. So, there they are. There's the guys in action. Steve Howe, ever the consummate serious musician. Still a brilliant guitar player, no matter what you might think. And there's Howe Downes working on the Magic. And we got the credits as well, the production notes, and some sketches, and a nice shot of the band. So, very much a band effort. And as I said, it's a double album. So, on disc 1, we've got Cut from the Stars, All Connected, Luminosity, Living Out Their Dream, the title track, Mirror to the Sky, and Circles of Time. And then on the second disc, which has only got 3 tracks, Unknown Place, 1 Second Is Enough, and Magic Potion. I think the second disc is probably a little bit better than the first disc. I'm not saying that the first disc isn't great. It's really good. There's some really good strong tracks, but I kind of like the second disc just a little bit more. Although altogether it's quite short, but I find the tracks on the second disc a lot more enjoyable and a lot more pleasing to the ears. But at the same time, I'm not panning disc 1 because disc 1 still has some great songs on there. So standout tracks for me are All Connected, Luminosity, and Circles of Time, and of course the title track, Mirror to the Sky, which is almost 14 minutes long. So it's kind of like harkening back to the good old days of Yes, when they used to do their big, long, epic tracks. And the standout tracks for me on the second disc is 1 Second Is Enough and Magic Potion. But I enjoy the second disc a lot more than I did the first disc. As I said, probably the best track of disc 1 is the title track, Mirror to the Sky. Jon Davison's vocals, he sounds absolutely fantastic. At times he does sound like Jon Anderson, but he's very much his own man. Billy Sherwood laying down solid bass lines and gorgeous backing vocals. Geoff Downes, he is a great keyboard player. He adds a lot of colour to the music, a lot of textural details as well. Steve Howe, he absolutely shines on this album. Great guitar playing on both electric and acoustic guitars. It's pretty much more of a Steve Howe showcase than a Yes showcase, but that's not a bad thing. But there's a lot of Steve Howe on this album, and he just sounds absolutely incredible as always. And Jay Schellen, the newest member, he really brings a lot of life with his drumming to the music, and he's really helped beef the band up in a big way. And he's been playing with Yes for quite a long time now as a touring member, so to actually hear him as a full-time member of the band, and he sounds great as well. Interestingly enough, apart from Jon Davison, virtually everybody in Yes, in terms of this current lineup, have all played with Asia. I mean, you got Howe and Downes, who are the cornerstones and founding members of the original classic Asia lineup with John Wetton and Carl Palmer. Billy Sherwood, of course, stepped in for John Wetton after he passed away. And you got Jay Schellen, who's also played with Asia a number of times over the years. So you pretty much got nearly all of Asia, or at least different members of Asia from different points in that band's history, with the exception of Jon Davison. Obviously he's from Glass Hammer, who are also a great band. So is this a good album? Absolutely. As I said already, is it a classic Yes album? No, probably not. Got a long way to go before we throw that tagline around, but it's still a good, strong album, highly enjoyable, great production, and yeah, I really liked it. I probably enjoyed Mirror to the Sky a bit more than The Quest. Had its moments on that album, but I think this one definitely made up for it the most. And I would say that Steve Howe is probably the standout musician of this entire album. He just sounds absolutely phenomenal. So there you have it. Yes, Mirror to the Sky, a double album. Yes, showing that they're not going to slow down. They're still going to keep going, and they're going to continue to make new music. So excellent stuff. So that's going to be it from me. I am going to wrap this up now. What's your thoughts on Yes, Mirror to the Sky? Did you enjoy it? Do you think it's better than The Quest? Do you think it's a much more stronger album? Which disc did you enjoy more? Disc 1? Disc 2? What's your favourite tracks on disc 1? Is it Cut from the Stars? All Connected? Luminosity? Living Out Their Dream? Mirror to the Sky? Circles of Time? Or did you enjoy the bonus disc Unknown Place? 1 Second is Enough? Or Magic Potion? There's no right or wrong answer. We all have our favourite tracks. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Progressive Rock and Metal Album Review Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.